Hello, my name is David, and for the next 30 days I'm going to be running the 20 middle shot run, also known as the beep test. So the reason why I'm doing this is because fitness is something I like to consider and want to maintain very good fitness. Other reasons are because soccer is one of my hobbies. I would like to do this to keep in shape enough for the off season, so when I get back I'm not dying all the time. But I'm not a soccer god or anything like that, just it's a fun sport I like to play. And last reason is because it's for a school project that I created. So I do have to get this done, no matter what, or else it's not good for me.
Alright guys, so for our running location, it's going to be in here in this park, a little park over here beside my house where I can easily come here. I'm going to be running in my soccer cleats obviously because it's not a gym floor, it's grass, so I'm going to be slipping in my runners, so I'll be running my soccer cleats instead for grip. And yeah, without no further ado, let's get into the run. Okay, so that was our first run. Went okay. As you guys saw, I was pretty dead tired in the end. But other things I'm noticing by running outside, it's hotter outside than inside. So that's another bad factor. I'm getting tired quickly, I don't know why. Because I'm not fit enough and all. Other thing is that I'm not used to running alone. Because usually I'm running around with a large group amount of people, a class. And I'm used to hearing the motivation. So without the motivation, it feels like I'm the only one who has to push myself. It's like the real test, and I didn't get up to my full potential. I didn't think so. I did pretty okay. I think it was about 77, 78. Not bad. I feel like I went forward if I pushed like till the end, but I guess I didn't. It's my first one. I don't want to kill myself on the first run, but as time goes on, I'm gonna get better, push myself much more better. Alright guys, this is day 2 of the beep test. So yesterday I totally forgot to mention how am I doing this. Well, for the measuring part, pretty much I just use my phone measuring app to measure up 20 meters, and I use my runners, my shoes, to mark them. As you can see, I've set it up here. And for keeping the beep, what I have is again app on my phone, BT Lite, just a nice beep test app. And pretty much I hold it in my hands and I go on. So yesterday what happened is when I was running, it was at lap 59, but when I looked at it on my phone for a second, I don't know why, I thought it was set 69. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make it to 80. Awesome, not even that tired. Well, and by the time I got to 68, I was giving all out, and then I just realized that I'm still in 70 and it's still 60. So I'm gonna try to be careful and looking at the lap here. It's pretty small, but yeah. Okay. Day 2, yesterday, 77, not bad for first time running after almost a year. So let's see how we do today. I'm still out of breath, as you can tell. But that was day 2 running the beep test, and holy wow, today I got 90 laps, I believe so. 90 laps, so that's pretty good. Yesterday I got 77, today I got 90. That's 13 laps improvement in just one day. I guess other things that I'm not like that super unfit or inactive. I'm pretty active in my life, just because I don't run a lot. And running right now, because of the results, this time I was, much better. Could see I could go for a longer. It feels better. Yesterday it was harder to do everything, but today was a bit easier, so that was really good. Seeing good improvements. I can't wait to go on the next days. That's really all I gotta say today. Can't wait for day 3.
So I just came back from my run, and now what's gonna happen, we're gonna take a look at all the results up to now. So on day 1 I got 78 laps, not bad for not running the beep test for a whole year. Day 2 I got 90, day 3 I got 100 laps, which I was blown out of my mind. Then day 4 came and I got 94 laps. And then today, day 5, I got 98 laps. So I improved 4 laps from day 4. So now it's no luck that I'm able to improve this much in so short of a time. Just like any other athlete, these factors that I do help me do my very best. So sleeping is one of them. I try not to sleep too much or too little, just right in between so I can do my very best. Diet, it's very important that I don't eat any kind of junk food. Flashback from day 4. I try to eat very healthy, vegetables, fruits, anything with high nutrients, healthy obviously. It's very important I get good nutrients for recovery, strength and growth. Next up is the running technique. So pretty much for the running technique, simple, keeping good posture, getting in time for the beep, and going off the right time. One thing that I always try to do is minimize the amount of effort I do to stop, turn around and go. Because already on its own takes a lot of energy. So I try to land just on one foot on the line and take off and go the other way. I don't want to go too over, or I don't want to slow down to get it on time. Just want to have to take the right steps to get there. So knowing the right amount of speed is good for me. And last but most importantly is my breathing technique. So last summer I went to a fitness camp for 6 weeks, and every once a week we ran the beep test. And throughout that time I went from like 80 to something to 120 is one of my highest. The reason and along the way I was able to come up with this breathing technique. So it was the first 50 laps I do. I breathe through my nose and out through my mouth. And after 50 laps, I changed from my mouth to mouth, big breaths. And then later I just, I can't control my breathing anymore. I'm too tired, so I just go on until I can't anymore. But because we're running outside, it's hotter outside, losing a lot of energy. I'm wearing heavy soccer cleats. Excuses again. They pretty much take a lot more energy, muscle work to be able to move them. Because in last week when I was in my fitness camp, I ran these shoes, and this shoe is very, very light, like it's like a feather almost. It feels nothing on my feet. While this guy, this is pretty heavy. It really is heavy. So instead of breathing through my nose through mouth, I just breathe through mouth to mouth, big breaths all the time until I can't in the end.
I'm under a tree right now. I was about to do my run, but then it just started raining like crazy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's pouring rain. Looks like I have to abort for now. Yikes. It's getting worse. Oh, it's getting better. It gets worse and better, worse and better. It's not stopping though. I'll just wait here until it's over. If not, then I'll go back. So I've been waiting for more than 10 minutes now, and it looks like it is stopping, but very, very lightly. It's still showering a bit. So I'm gonna wait a bit more and then see what happens next. I might go home. I really should.
So, another 5 runs completed. Let's take a look how we did so far. But before we get into that, if you guys haven't noticed, I was wearing a backpack in my runs. Why? Let me tell you. Because this challenge is also a school project, I have to do things with varieties of it. And adding weight is my variety to my challenge. So with the backpack, I was wearing weights. Exactly 5 pounds, and I measured it. So this 5 laps I run with 5 pounds, the next 5 with 10 pounds, and then 20, and then 25 pounds, and then the last 5 laps is just nothing at all. So on day 6 I got 94 laps, day 7 I got 92 laps, day 8 I got 90 laps. So I was going a bit downhill on that. But on day 9 I got 96 laps, and on day 10 I got 100 laps. So it went down and up. So I'm guessing I got stronger, maybe. But running with the weight, what feels different is that at the beginning it doesn't feel any different at all. At the beginning it's nothing to me. It's what's in the end what matters, the weight. Also with the weight, what I noticed is running with it, in the end my legs actually start to burn. Because usually without it my legs never burn, they're fine. But with this I'm burning. The weight in the end really slows me down because it takes a lot of stamina and energy to move it, because when I'm tired it's harder to move things, especially with the weight on. So that's what I've noticed so far. But this is only the beginning, because I'm going to be running with 10 pounds next, 15 and 20 and 25. So I don't know what's going to happen, we'll have to see. So we're going to skim right through day 15. Before you guys will be like, a few seconds for me it's going to be 5 days, so enjoy. So another 5 days of running the beep test. Let's see how it did. On day 11 I got 80 laps. On day 12 I got 78 laps. On day 13 I got 82 laps. Day 14 84 laps. And finally day 15 88 laps. So at the beginning I went down and then slowly came back up. Running with 10-pound weights, it was much different than running with a 5-pound weights. Well, at the beginning it felt much more heavier, but by the end it felt pretty okay. It was pretty good. What happened is on day 11 I just put the weight in the bag and started running, which turned out to be a mistake. Why? Well, because as I was running it kept hitting my back and it was kind of hurting. So when the next time I ran, I put some clothes and some pillow to keep cushion, and it worked. My legs were burning much more than with the 5-pound weight. Specifically my quads were the ones who were really burning. What the 10-pound weight did to my run in the end is it slowed me down from reaching the beep on time. Because as I try to get down time for the beep, the weight's slowing me down. As I try to accelerate faster, I'm using much more energy and I'm getting tired so much more quicker. So I try to run at the pace, but I'm gonna start missing the beat if I don't go any faster, and the weight is slowing me down. But we are halfway through the beep test challenge. The hardest part of this challenge is now, to me, it feels like it's actually going there and do the beep test. Usually before I do a beep test, I get nervous, I get butterfly in my stomach, I feel nervous if I'm gonna do bad, but that's just how I always feel when I'm with a group. Not so much when I'm not with a group. When I'm running alone, I don't feel that, but I have to motivate myself to actually go and run and not procrastinate on it or wait until the end. But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't run every single day. Some days I skip. One of the reasons why is because I'm busy, or I'm with family, or I'm having a lazy day. Because usually when I found is if I rest or if I don't run on that time, then that next day I do much better than the other time 100% of the time. But that said, it's not like I take breaks every single day. I still try to run every single day. Some days I run 2 times a day, and maybe in the morning I do bad, in the afternoon I do better. Maybe because it's cooler, or I don't know, more awake or something like that. But if you guys haven't checked out my other videos, I finally completed chemistry for summer school. So now that I have all the time-ish I want, I can finally stick to a schedule and not skip out days because I'm studying or I'm doing chemistry stuff like that. finally finished the challenge, and oh boy, it was a challenge. My last run with the 20 pounds was something that I've never experienced before. When I started running with 20 pounds, at the beginning runs it was very difficult, especially for my legs because it was heavy and I couldn't accelerate to catch up with the beep. So I had to stop early because I missed the beep 5 meters. Even though my breathing was okay, I stopped early because I just couldn't accelerate. I just didn't have the energy or the leg power to go. But as I went on, I got better and stronger and went on a bit more, and I was like able to accelerate more. And finally, my last 5 runs, I did not run with any pounds or any weights, and I feel like I was running in the air, and it was great. I set a new record and it was fun. My experience running the beep test for 30 times in the summer was very tough. In the beginning I was very excited, motivated like crazy to do this, and I went on to do it every single day, and as time went on it kind of became like a daily habit-ish, and as it went on towards mostly the end, I had to force myself to actually go and run. I just didn't have the motivation anymore. It was like a chore almost. I had to go and do it, come back. But even on the end of the run, I'm like, I felt pretty good though, but like still, it was very tough for me to go, especially with the 20 pounds. It was a very tough journey for me, but I'm very happy that I completed. I'm proud of myself. I did something in the summer that I did not think I was gonna get it done, but I did, even though sometimes I felt like quitting. Do I recommend running the beep test for 30 days? Well, unless you're not going to be running with weights on like I did and increasing them, and also have break days, which is important, it can kind of work, honestly. If you're not running with anything, just by yourself, make sure having break days is important as a challenge. There are other ways of exercising and staying fit, and it doesn't have to be boring by running the beep test. The beep test is a 10-minute run. At the beginning it's super easy. In the end it gets like very intense for like a few minutes and you're done and you get tired. What the beep test does is just usually it tests your cardiovascular endurance and is not really meant for exercising, but you can use it. It's up to you. Usually running the beep test once a month is what's the ideal thing because it then measures your actual fitness. Running every day sure might improve it there, but like if you run a month later it could be completely different, and that's how you actually measure your cardiovascular endurance, your fitness. All I can say, the highest I've ever achieved here today in this challenge was 102 laps. My highest I've ever gone in my lifetime is 120. That was actually last year. But they were using different type of software for the beep test. I was using an app I used in school, but in camp it was different. So I don't know. I'm happy with where I am and I'm proud of that. All I can say is that thank you guys so much for watching and going through this journey with me. It was very tough for me, but I got it done. And hopefully it inspires you to do something like that, or stay fit, stay active. It's very important that we keep this in our minds. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more videos, hopefully be coming out during the fall as I get into school. It'll be tough. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.